Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Terratech with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to a pretty awesome update for Terratech. The new faction has now hit the better future, and well, if the cab is anything to go by, this is going to be one very, very pretty and very interesting faction indeed. So I don't know whether or not to call this a corporation. The lore isn't really out about it yet. All I know is this thing looks phenomenal, and this is just the cab. Sadly, once you connect things, this does turn back into a regular cab, but until that moment, it is a really gorgeous hovercraft, and because of that, I want to make something like this out of the better future blocks. That's my goal for today. Oh, and there's a new brick, which is sort of terrifying, honestly. And new music, apparently. I think that may have been in the last update. Why have propellers when you can have ion drives? Much like the propellers offered by the other corporations, the ion drive requires no power or fuel to function. It works well for helping your ungrounded techs get off the ground and keep it that way indefinitely. It also has an awesome blue trail, which it really, really does. It also looks like a jet, which, let's face it, is really, really awesome. Now, sadly, it does have the same audio as the other propellers, which doesn't really fit, in my opinion. I don't know if that's meant to be permanent or not, but either way, this took like 3 seconds, and we already have a traveling drone, which is pretty darn amazing. So, I am going to be using these, and I am going to be using them a lot. We then have the medium ion drive, which I assume is just an upgraded version. Let's just, whoops-a-daisy, let's just add that quickly. There we go. So the medium ion drive is a great upgrade from the small drive. Again, it's pretty much all the same rules as a regular propeller, except for it has a blue beam, which is really, really nice. Seriously though, visually, this is stunning. Oh, will this one hit the ground? No, it won't. Excellent. So, no gyros, just pure speed. Okay, let's once again go back to our drone self, which is just so cool looking. So we do have this. We have the large rings, which I assume, yeah, looks very similar to what we have on the front. So if we did want to make this drone into a proper tech, we'd need to use the large rings and then a couple of the small rings at the back. The bottom section might be a bit difficult to recreate the rest. Whoa, that's weird. Oh, let go of the item, please. Thank you. I was wondering what was going on there. Still, okay, so we have that. We then have these, the larger hovers. Now, these lovely things come installed with thrusters, right? Yes, so we have inbuilt steering hovers to boot. So these things are really, really good for getting around, apparently. Although right now we might crash because we aren't using a gyroscope. Yep, it essentially acts like both a hover and steering hover. Very cool. Let's continue to look at things. Just testing out some of the extra items here. We are about to go back into the flight mode again, but we do indeed have wheels. Now, the only thing we don't seem to have currently with this corporation are the manufacturing, power, and weapon blocks. So it's all the regular standard blocks, which also look amazing. As you can probably tell by the front of this thing, you can make some seriously sleek-looking designs. But yeah, no actual weapons, at least not yet. Now, one thing I do really want to test out are these, the medium outside wings, because apparently they are mounted in such a way that the entire thing rotates, making them incredibly agile. So, let's see if that's true. So, yeah, the wings are absolutely awesome. Now, it looks like the animation is a little bit stunted at the moment, but please remember, this is very early access. It's only available in the R&D mode, I think, or at least only in the beta branch anyway, so it's not in the full game just yet. But I just love how this thing looks. This is like the most minimal effort you can put into a flyer, probably just a little bit above minimal effort, and it looks so distinct from the other flyer types. And it's going at 1, 2, 3 miles an hour when it's just relaxing, which is really nice. Go on, go back to 1, 2, 3. Thank you, game. Yeah, I absolutely adore the new corporation. And of course it's a new corporation. I have no idea what I was thinking about earlier when I was saying, is it even a corporation? Of course it is. Yeah, really, really, really love these wings. Even the little wings do the same. Look at them move. That's so awesome. Okay, I'm just really happy with this. I could have spent hours flying this thing around, so I'm just going to quickly crash it. There we go. No, apparently crashing isn't allowed. There we go. Now, what else do we have? We have the Orb Booster. So I'm assuming this is going to be our true thruster. Whoa, yep, definitely our thruster. We are never getting off with these two thrusters on the top, but still, ow. So they are the thruster for better future. Do we have any other variants? We have steering hovers, as you can well imagine, which are just the single steering hovers. Then again, we do have the larger, well, they're called flippers, but there we are, the hover and steering hover combination piece. Okay, I think I should get started then building this. And in fact, I'm just going to grab a new one because this one's damaged and this one could just fly off into the sunset. So, one thing I have read is that the hover code has now been improved. And I'm really, really hoping that's the case because hovers for me have always been the thing I go away from. If they are suddenly a bit better, then, well, maybe we will indeed go back to using them. Okay, so this is going to be difficult because we don't actually have any black corner pieces. We can't really do the screen, so trying to recreate that hover, I think it's going to be a very weird recreation. My fiance just told me that apparently the Terratech crew, the lovely developers, actually built a replica of the drone in their own stream. So I'm going to build something different then. These are very weird looking fuel tanks. Cool, but very interesting, if nothing else. I wonder, could I add one of these here? Huh, would that help at all? Actually, I quite like that. It's a bit clunky looking, but yeah, okay. We're slowly building something. Now, sadly, I don't have all that much time today. That's why I actually missed the stream of this being revealed, which was so annoying, but I really wanted to mess around with this. So, will this work? Okay, speed. We have some thrusters on the inside hidden away. Now we are using the thrusters and we're going quite quick. Turning is not bad at all, especially if you don't mind slowing down a little bit. I love these hovers. That feels way better than the regular hovers. It's so hard to explain without actually controlling it, but yeah, really, really like that. Very cool. Okay, turn the thrusters off just for this turn. Oh, a little bit of oversteering there on my part. It feels slower than it actually is. Looking at the speed, it is going at about 130 to 140 average. Oh, come on, Lathrix, you can do it. Let's not fail first time, eh? The fuel goes down so slowly. Lovely. And there we go, fuel off, and not bad at all. I'm really happy with this little thing. Not so sure about the looks of it, but still. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this corporation. Now, of course, we need to weaponize it. So, I think we have to go with Venture. Venture has the same kind of color scheme, except for instead of blue, it has red. So I'm thinking maybe the avalanche launchers. Okay, that fits too well, doesn't it? I mean, come on. Simple, nice, clean, effective. Really, really long range. Though, maybe lasers would be a bit more on theme. Now, one problem with this design is just these hovers being a little bit higher. They are causing some serious rocking. And I did test out the tiny little lasers from Venture. They do look awesome, but considering we're always going to be moving slightly as we are a hover, they just don't seem that effective. I really do think a few missiles, probably the way to go, even though I've overused missiles so much. Okay, let's see. Put a couple of you here. And what if we put this here? How bad will this look? It's a bit obvious it's there, let's just say that much, but not terrible. And it does make the balance significantly better. Oh, I love how this stuff looks. Yeah, absolutely adore that. Okay, yeah, let's work with this. I don't mind how it looks, but I think it could be significantly better. Oh no, an obstacle! Hovers also seem to land better than they used to as well, which is nice. So, I'm tempted to leave this in. Hovers also seem to stick to the ground more as well. I don't know if I'm just imagining all of this, but look at that. It takes so much to get out of the hover's sort of field of influence, but then it just converts back to a normal craft. And yes, this is fully controllable, by the way. I am able to turn everything very slowly whilst in the air like this. Okay, go to the left. Going to the right seems a bit more difficult, but not too bad. Oh, I know why, because the back thrusters aren't balanced. Okay, so all of the thrusters will activate whilst we're in the air, of course. Not quite enough fuel to stay permanently in the air, but still, close. And then we just land and we turn back into a regular hovercraft. That's lovely. If we just added wings to this, we could probably make it a hovercraft flyer hybrid. Okay, I'm totally doing that. Yeah, we can now gain altitude even when the thrusters are turned off. And since I've balanced the back thrusters, we now have complete control. It's not a good flight, don't get me wrong, but this is actually a functional plane. We can turn faster if we lose a bit of altitude, but we can also go up and turn. Not quite, but let's just go pure up. Thrusters are now off, and yet we can gain altitude, and we can also descend way faster now with those two front wings. And hover car activated. Also, if we're pressing forwards, we can't become airborne. Not only do the wings fight us for getting any altitude, but also the regular propellers fight us. If I had more time, I think I could make something truly awesome to use here. Probably hideous, but still, really fun. For now, though, it's just a standard hovercraft. And a pretty quick one at that. So, I'm more than happy with that for our very first proper design. I am going to save it, so ta-da, we are S4 better. Because, of course, we are better future. And now, let's have a quick look-see at the wheels. So, I'm just going to throw away all of the... I mean, that works too, honestly, it doesn't really matter too much. Fine, then we'll just go from more of a scratch build. So, with the wheels, we have these, the front-facing wheels, which are adorable, I have to say. We then have the side halo wheels, the small variant, and the medium variant. It seems like that's all there is. Oh, there's an angled version and a straight... Okay, that's cool. Oh, that one's a double. Huh, you could probably make some really nice, sleek-looking bikes with this. I mean, it even triggered my stammer, so clearly it can be sleek and nice. Okay, so you two go there. And a couple more to the back. It's starting to look like a weird, retro, yet old-fashioned thing. I don't quite know what's going on here. And then we'll put a regular block like that. There we are. So we've got some kind of domino effect going on, because why not? Not the fastest, and this is with ion thrusters. Whoa! I've got to be honest, in comparison to the flying stuff, not too blown away by the looks of these things. They're still really nice, though. I just don't know if I'm going to use them too much, personally. Well, they certainly bounce. I also take it back about making a bike, though. The wheels are a bit too small. You might struggle a little bit for that. And honestly, the Hawkeye wheels do a lot better job there. These ones. Or do they? Actually, no. Definitely not with this cab, though. That cab's huge. Maybe the regular cab. Whoa, that's fast, but completely uncontrollable on our weird thing. Oh, hello. And that's how we die, very gently. Last thing then, let's try and make a proper sized plane. Of course, we will be using one of the cabs. I love that so much. I really wish you could somehow keep it in this form and build stuff on it. That would be so nice. Either way, though, let's try and build a plane only using their wings. So, these are the middle wings, right? Yes. And off we go. Okay, so this thing can indeed fly, even if apparently I do want to crash it. There we go. That is really responsive, considering this isn't particularly built for agility. That's very responsive. Yeah, these wings, I think, are going to become a staple incredibly, incredibly quickly. Also, those blue jets, still absolutely love them. I am curious if they will keep the propeller noises or if they're going to have their own noises later on. Oh, bad. Well, that was a quick test on our durability. Result? Not. So, to finish off with, because sadly it is getting quite late already, here are all of the new items all placed together, and I didn't realise just how many new items have been added. So, we have the new tiles with different colours on different panels. We have this one here with no connection point on the top, giving this lovely kind of smooth edge to it, which I think is going to be really useful when building. We have all sorts of curved blocks, we have more curved blocks to finish things off, we have edges, we have extenders, and then we have these weird things. Yeah, we just have the better future fin. Now, I don't believe these have any special feature, it just, well, it just looks cool. And honestly, isn't that the important thing, really? So, over here, we have all of the new flying objects, of course, which we've been messing around with a lot, and the new wheels. The wheels are probably the least exciting thing for me, even when compared with the regular blocks, but still, they are indeed fairly nice, and I definitely will try and build with them as soon as possible. The new gyroscope, the new wings, which I'm absolutely in love with, the new hovers, once again, just utterly adore, the new fuel tanks, and of course the new thrusters, the new better future medium ion drives, and regular ion drives. Overall, really, really happy with this. This is great. I think this is the first time I've actually been playing the game when a new faction has been added, but also just any major content patch has been added, so I'm really, really happy to be showing this off. One last thing we need to do before we leave, of course, is to unleash the Nomad on the new block. I think it's still going to take a while, but let's just begin. Oh, there go the mortars. Oh, we've definitely made a dent in it already. Tempted to try and kill it with some of the melee weapons as well. Oh, all of the shields are now offline. I'm assuming I've eaten away too much of its energy. And there we are. I need to make a weapon which can just one-shot this, don't I? Soon. Very soon. Oh yeah, look at that 9 FPS glory. I mean, admittedly, for its size, the Nomad isn't that strong, but still. That's still a lot of weapons. How is that not dead yet? Come on, just get finished off already. Really, the Bertha cannons are doing pretty much all the damage. The old version with the broadside cannons probably would have done better there. Well, with that, I'm afraid I am all out of time for today's video. If you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Terratech is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, I will be almost certainly building more with this new faction. So tell me, what type of build should I build? A new hover, which has a bit more time spent on it, a new flyer, perhaps even just a ground vehicle using the blocks more often? I'm really curious to see what you think. So, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Whee!